What up? Good morning.
It's fucking cold.
So, welcome to Drive-Thru Movies.
2019.
It's a new year. We're kicking this year off in style with M. Night
Shyamalan. No, that M. Night he had his name changed to Midnight, or that's what the M. Night is. I found that out like a couple of weeks ago. It was pretentious motherfucker. I quite like some of his films, man. I really like some of his films.
I always avoid them, only because everyone always tells me how shit they are.
Well, you'd never seen Unbreakable.
So we're going to see Glass, and I hadn't seen Unbreakable. I hadn't seen Split until the other day.
And they're good films.
They are, yeah. I really enjoyed them.
I was a big fan of Unbreakable when it first came out. It was kind of fitting for the time because we'd had all the really like kind of poppy, Marvel-y, older Marvel films for a while, and they were starting to hit like kind of slightly more realistic looking ones where they were toned down slightly for the time.
Yeah.
But it was your typical kind of M. Night Shyamalan-y film where he does like to pose you a wee question. Was it all glass, or was it actually a superhero? And coming back around now, Split, when I had no idea they were linking it, I just knew it was an M. Night Shyamalan film. I'll give it a look.
James McIntosh is just
awesome.
Brilliant.
Awesome. The different characters.
Yeah, he played them all so well, and like some you loved, some you hated. I absolutely loved wee Hedwig. He was so sweet. Every time he was like,
or when he was playing, I can't remember the older lady personality's name. He's just had all these little gestures, like it's got paprika in it. But then seeing the tie back into Unbreakable, you're like, holy shit! He did his superhero film. That's his origin for his film.
Yeah,
you know.
So now we get to see the culmination of it all. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
It's not been getting favourable reviews, but critics are not exactly the kindest, especially probably to him. I don't know.
No. Like, don't get me wrong, he's had a lot of swings, a few hits for me. Like, when he does it right, good, he does it right. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure he takes risks, I guess.
Yes.
Try something different.
Yeah.
Let's get on with these people parking.
I don't know, man.
I'm looking forward to this. We'll see what happens. Is it supposed to be the conclusion of the entire thing?
I think so.
If it is, I hope it ends well. Anyway, let's get going and we shall see when we're out. I think it's a bit cut off anyway. Well then, glass. I don't know how to describe that. Yeah,
there was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in that film. It begins kind of the Horde out doing their thing, kidnapping people for the beast. You've got Bruce Willis, David, teamed up with his son, who's kind of like his oracle. Yeah, and then it's kind of like Batman and Joker got arrested, and then it was straight to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the opening.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the opening.
It's kind of like you said, actually, when we were in the middle of it. You know, it was like their own little episode before the film kind of began. So, yeah, the premise of it was obviously they were now all in the psychiatric ward, and there's a new Dr. Staple who's come to convince them that it's all in their head. Visually, it was again a lovely movie. Like you pointed out, they really kind of heavily borrowed from both the colour palettes in the last two films.
Yeah.
Just
always the kind of shit we noticed.
I know, yeah. Nobody cares. But it was... what was your overall impression?
It was good. I thought it got a bit muddled. The conclusion was good, but it was kind of... I don't know, I just expected it to be different. Not that I was disappointed in it.
It's not what I expected either.
No.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what I expected, but...
No, do I?
I didn't, that's not where I kind of saw it ending.
No, I definitely didn't expect it going that way.
you know, halfway through, I almost thought they were going to bring David's son into it in some way and make the whole thing be a origin story for him.
Yeah.
Like, I got the vibe of that briefly.
Very briefly, and then it disappeared.
Yeah. I can see if some people have thought it was a little underwhelming because it's not bringing anything new to the table anymore. It really is. Right, now we've set up these two films, now we're continuing the story to its kind of conclusion.
Yeah. I like the way that they tied everything back to the first film.
Yeah.
I thought that was very good.
Yes.
There was a hell of a lot of, like... I'm trying to put my face... I don't know, there's something stopping me loving it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Like, everyone was good in it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of a film where I went, I wasn't as satisfied with it as I hoped. The whole thing was obviously Glass's kind of magnum opus. It was his kind of...
Yeah.
He was basically conducting the whole thing.
Yeah. It's almost like it got cut short. And you remember in Captain America and Civil War, they were like, Bucky wasn't the only Winter Soldier. And then we get to the end, and it's like, yes, oh, you killed them all. It kind of felt a bit that way.
Every step of the way, it was really obvious where Glass was manipulating.
Yes.
So I wasn't surprised by that. Like, when he was like, press the basement, and she was like, oh, I made a mistake, go in the basement. I was like, of course he fucking didn't. You know what I mean? So I guess that's why I wasn't as satisfied, because none of those twists were twists.
Yeah.
And it was, I think maybe it got a lot muddled because they were trying to. It was almost like, you know, it normally gives you one twist at the end or something to kind of surprise you, and it was like he was trying to do like several little twists building up to the twist at the end. However, it's saying that I would have been really satisfied with the. Obviously, I would have been satisfied with a massive fight. It almost ties into what they were saying. You know, this is the real world.
Yeah.
You don't get.
No, you don't get that at the end. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So, in a way, I can appreciate how that happened. Character-wise, like the emotional side of the story, I found really satisfying. Like I there was moments with Casey and Kevin, which were really touching. And it almost felt like Kevin kind of got a bit of redemption, resolution, and some peace.
I liked all the action scenes. They were all very realistic.
Yeah. Still felt pretty epic at times though. Like, at the
definitely.
start, I loved their fight in the warehouse.
The opening to that film was fantastic.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Spoilery, but I feel like that we've got some videos or we've got some files that we're going to release them to the world. I don't want to see that in films anymore. That's like a really 2000s-y sort of thing,
it was a bit cheap, wasn't it?
Right, here, this is the problem what it was, right? They released all the thing to the world, so everyone now knows. There was no element within the story. There was no group in that story that was looking for that answer.
Yeah, I think that's the unsatisfying bit. If that was... Glass was so smart, and he was such a mastermind supervillain. If that was the ultimate end goal of his plan, then he's not really considered how like little the attention span that the world has in 2019. It's like that would become a meme for 5 minutes.
That's kind of like what I felt like at the end of it. It was
goal.
like that was the end of a film that was made around the time of like, what was the Core and all that. They did it in the Core.
So I think overall enjoyable, but yeah.
I've just been trying to figure out that. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it. But I kind of came out at the end there needing to figure out what that was that I wasn't impressed with. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's
it was
a
great film, really worth the watch. Bit of a niggle, that's all it was. Just that bit of a niggle that stopped me going, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah. But it's one of those niggles you have to sit and think about and figure out what it actually was, because you don't know what was bugging you.
I think a rewatch is
yes, definitely a rewatch is in order with that.
However, in the context of all three films as a trilogy,
it was good.
Smashing.
Yeah.
Really stands out there as a has an impressive trilogy of films.
Yeah. Enjoyed it. Go and see it.
Yes.
Be worth a look. Be interested to see what other people think.
So yeah, go see it. Let us know what you think, please, and we will catch you next time. Etc.
I think you're blocking people.
Fuck people.
Fuck people. Won't block me, motherfucker. Oh, this is the problem where it was, right? There was no one, there was no element within the I just struggle with that being the goal of the whole thing. There was no group in that story that was looking for that answer, because no one was looking for that to be the goal of the whole thing.